Imagine staring out a window and seeing an alien horizon, not the familiar blues and greens of Earth, but a barren, rust-colored landscape stretching endlessly beneath a pale pink sky. The air is unbreathable, the temperature deadly, and the nearest human being is over 34 million miles away. This isn't a scene from a movie, this is what the first astronauts on Mars will experience. The mission to send humans to the Red Planet will be the most daring, dangerous, and revolutionary journey in history. But how will it actually happen? Right now, multiple nations and private companies are working toward this goal. NASA is using its Artemis moon missions as practice for Mars, testing new technologies and learning how to keep astronauts alive in deep space. SpaceX is building Starship, a colossal rocket designed to carry people and supplies to Mars. China has also announced plans for crewed Mars missions. But reaching Mars isn't just about having a big enough rocket, it's about solving 1,000 problems, any one of which could doom the mission. The first and biggest challenge is distance. Mars is, on average, 140 million miles from Earth. Even at its closest approach, it's still 34 million miles away, more than 150 times farther than the Moon. A one-way trip will take 6 to 9 months, depending on planetary alignment. That means astronauts will be trapped inside a cramped spacecraft for nearly a year, with no quick way home if something goes wrong. Every system, oxygen, food, water, radiation shielding must work perfectly. A single failure could mean disaster. Radiation is another major problem. In space, astronauts are bombarded by cosmic rays and solar flares, deadly radiation that Earth's magnetic field normally blocks. On a Mars mission, crew members could receive a lifetime's worth of radiation in just one trip. Scientists are working on better shielding, but there's no perfect solution yet. Another issue is muscle and bone loss. In microgravity, the human body weakens. Astronauts on the International Space Station exercise for hours every day just to stay in shape. For a Mars mission, artificial gravity, perhaps from a spinning spacecraft, might help, but the technology, still experimental. Assuming the crew survives the journey, landing on Mars will be another nightmare. The planet's thin atmosphere makes parachutes nearly useless, so spacecraft must rely on retro rockets to slow down. NASA's Perseverance rover landed using a complex sky crane system, but putting humans on Mars along with their habitats, supplies, and return vehicle will be far more difficult. A single mistake could mean a crash landing, stranding the crew with no hope of rescue. Once on the surface, the real struggle begins, staying alive. Mars is brutally cold, with average temperatures around -80 degrees Fahrenheit. Dust storms can rage for months, blotting out the sun and coating solar panels in fine red powder. There's no liquid water, no breathable air, and no food. The first astronauts will need to build airtight habitats, possibly underground or using 3D printed structures, to shield themselves from radiation and extreme cold. They'll rely on advanced life support systems to recycle air and water, and they might grow food in hydroponic labs. Every resource will be precious, every mistake could be fatal. So why go through all this trouble? Because Mars represents the next great frontier. Exploring it could answer one of humanity's biggest questions: are we alone in the universe? Mars once had rivers, lakes, and maybe even life. Finding evidence of past or present microbes would be one of the greatest discoveries in history. Beyond science, a Mars colony could serve as a backup for humanity, ensuring our survival if disaster strikes Earth. The technology developed for Mars, advanced recycling, sustainable living, space agriculture, could also help us solve problems back home. The biggest question is, when will this happen? NASA is targeting the 2030s for its first crewed mission. SpaceX is more ambitious, aiming for the late 2020s. Delays are inevitable, but one thing is certain: the first human mission to Mars is no longer science fiction. It's a matter of when, not if. And when it happens, it will redefine what it means to be human. Would you volunteer to go? Imagine leaving Earth behind, knowing you might never return, all for the chance to walk on another world. The first Martians will be pioneers in the truest sense: brave, brilliant, and maybe a little crazy. Their names will be remembered for centuries. And one day, not too long from now, one of them could be watching this video, dreaming of the journey ahead. What do you think? Could humans really live on Mars? Let us know in the comments.
Hey there, if you're enjoying this video and appreciate the effort behind it, don't forget to like this video. It really helps the channel grow, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications so you never miss an update. Oh, and one more thing, share this video with your friends. Spread the love and support. Alright, now let's get back to the video. Let me know if you want any tweaks.